Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the Staedtler Noris HB number 2 pencil. I'm going to go ahead and put this away. This is the box it comes in. As you can see, it's a Noris 122, and notice that it has an eraser tip to it. It comes 12 in a box. The reason I bring your attention to the eraser tip is that they also make this pencil without an eraser, where it's first dipped in a little bit of white lacquer, and then it's capped with a little bit of red. So it's got a nice little white ring with a red cap on it, and then the rest of it is the same as this, where it's predominantly black. Then it has yellow entwined in between in these stripes with the black line here. Then you have the black bar here and here. It's a handsome looking pencil. Beautiful lettering. You can tell that the printing is really nice and legible and clean. It's gold. The ferrule has a slight gold hue to it, which is really nice and goes really well with the yellow of the pencil itself. They used a really good lacquer for this. It's a very nice looking pencil. And the wood is cedar, and they claim that the wood is harvested from forest that is replanted. As they pull wood out, they put more of the trees back in again. So the claim is sustainability, so that's a good thing too. So we know that it is cedar. Now it's supposed to be an easy pencil to sharpen, and I have found it to be so, and like to use my handy little Helix A5 that I bought from the UK, my favorite of the hand cranks. And it's already didn't need that much sharpening to begin with. And as you can see, it sharpens to a very nice point. There we go. Okay, I don't see any splintering whatsoever around the ferrule, which is something that you want to look at for quality pencils, because if you have the splintering, you have to wonder, the quality of the overall product if they can't put a ferrule on without splintering the wood. So this is definitely a high quality pencil, and it's what I would expect from all products from Staedtler. And so far all that I've bought from them has been high quality. And Staedtler is a company in Germany, and you can see that it says made in Germany on the pencil right there. Now as far as writing, this pencil again is designed for being able to do crisp lines and for writing, not so much as a drawing pencil, though they do have those as well. And it does give you nice crisp lines. And the lead quality is very good, because as I was experimenting earlier with the pencil, I did not come across any instance where a piece of hard material like clay would cause the pencil to feel like it needed to be rubbed off just to continue. And those of you who use pencils a lot like I do know just how disconcerting that is, that you'll be writing and all of a sudden it's like you hit a rock. Good quality lead, you don't have that kind of problem. Now, it's a good writing pencil. It's definitely not as smooth as your Black Wings. It's definitely not as smooth, in my opinion, to the Norica, which is its cousin, and it's also a much less expensive pencil to this one here. Now, you can get this pencil here in the States through like Amazon or eBay, and it will run you somewhere around $10, $11 with shipping included to get a dozen of these pencils. So they're pretty much around the $1 a pencil mark. Compared to like the Norica pencil, where you're going to pay anywhere from 10 cents to 36 cents each, depending on what sale you come across. And I always seem to come across sales on those Noricas. But it is a very good pencil. Now, as far as if you want lead retention as a criteria for a writing pencil, so you don't have to sharpen a lot, I would say that this has decent lead retention, and that would be expected because it is not a very dark pencil. Though I will qualify that it is darker than a lot of your cheap school pencils, or pencils like staple pencils or Office Depot pencils or whatever, which tend to be harder and lighter. This is definitely a darker pencil, and it does have a good feel to it. And I would be more than happy to write with this pencil, though I tend to lean more to the softer, waxier, gliding type, and that's just my personal preference, being a big fan of the black wing type pencil, and also the Noricas that were made back in 2014. And that's another video, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, Norica 2014. Okay, now, how dark is this pencil? Well, let's put it through the NB grading test, which I already have. Those of you familiar with this can see that I've laid down the HB, 2B, 3B, 4B, and I didn't even bother to continue on here as I compared to the HB and 2B and found that the Norica was not as dark. And so I dropped it back down here where I use the F, the H, and the HB. And you can see that the Norica is lighter than the HB, but darker than the H. So you could call it an H plus or an HB minus, but compared to the Mitsubishi HB, this HB is actually slightly lighter. So the grade is an HB minus for the Noris 122 Staedtler pencil. Okay, and that's about all I can tell you about the Noris pencil. It's a good pencil, but for $1 each, when I can get something smoother and darker for less, same company, I favor the other. But if you like something that isn't as dark, but perhaps has a little more lead retention than the Norica, which this definitely does, then I would go with the Noris. Well, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if so, could you please give me a thumbs up? It encourages more videos to be made. And if you're not already a subscriber, please click on the subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified of all my videos as they come out. And in the description below, you'll find a link to the video on the NB grading system if you have not already seen that video and you don't know what in the world am I talking about when I say NB grading. The Noris HB minus is the grade. We'll see you in the next video.